April 16th, 2022. The Utah Jazz are taking on the Dallas Mavericks in the first round of the NBA playoffs, and for the first time ever, NBA superstar Donovan Mitchell is wearing his brand new signature sneakers, the Don Issue 4s. The average viewer of this game probably wouldn't even take notice to this. However, to a Donovan Mitchell superfan with a sneaker obsession, this would be considered a very big moment.
It's me. I'm the Donovan Mitchell superfan who likes sneakers. I've also been talking this whole time. Anyways.
What would make this event even more compelling to me at the time is that Adidas Basketball themselves took notice to a little comment that I wrote on their Instagram, saying that they would send me a free pair of these brand new sneakers when they dropped. But little did I know at the time,
I would have to argue with them for 2.5 years!
yeah, 2.5 years. That's a long time. And you know what else is a long time? A month. Guess how long it took me to make this video? A month. And you want to know why? I actually deleted the original copy I had of this. I finished this video weeks ago, and I somehow deleted it. I deleted the entire thing, and so it's taken me forever, and I decided, you know, if I'm going to remake this video, I'm going to make it better than I did the first time. So I've really put my all into this video, and because of that, I know you know what's coming. It would mean a ton to me if you considered liking and subscribing. I film and edit all of my own videos, and I do it for free. I mean, YouTube doesn't pay me yet. I still need a lot more watch hours, so if you end up liking this video, feel free to share it around. And also, I'm actually giving you guys a pair of AE1 lows, either in the mural colorway or one of the newer ones, in your size once I hit 10,000 subscribers. The catch is you have to be one of my first 10,000 subscribers. I'm just under 6,000 right now, so if you subscribe now, you will be eligible to win a free pair of shoes, and this is coming entirely out of my own pockets. Like I said, I don't make any money off of YouTube yet. This is just for me to give back to you all for showing my channel so much support and love since I started it. And with that being said, let's go back to April of 2022 so that I can tell you guys about this 2.5-year journey to getting this unreleased pair of Adidas basketball sneakers. Did I tell you about that yet? Yeah, these are unreleased. So like I said, it all started back in 2022 when the Jazz played the Mavericks, and in their first game, Donovan Mitchell was seen wearing the Don Issue 4s. And Adidas Basketball posted a picture of this, and so I went ahead and left the comment that I showed you already, and Adidas said that they would give me a pair when they dropped. And so the day comes that they drop. It was the summer of 2022 when these things came out, and so the day that they drop on Adidas's website, I go and DM them and I say, hey, any chance this offer still stands? Would make my year. So pumped for these. I also responded to the comment on Instagram, and I said, made sure to mark my calendar, this offer's still on the table. So I was on it, because obviously being such a huge fan of Donovan and his shoes, I had to be there the second these dropped, just to make sure that they didn't forget about me and got my pair. But unfortunately, I waited and I waited and I waited, and nothing happened. And it was October at this point, 11th of 2022, and I decided to DM them again. And I waited a really long time. I probably shouldn't have waited so long. So I go ahead and DM them again, saying, hope I'm not being obnoxious by asking again, but really hoping I can still get a pair of these. And of course, I get radio silence again. So I messaged them again on January 2nd on Instagram, and I still got nothing. And it was at this point that I realized I wasn't gonna get a response on Instagram. It had been 9 months, and I don't even know why I waited this long trying to get a hold of them on Instagram. But I guess it was because that's where they messaged me the first time, and I figured, I guess I can keep this on Instagram and eventually they'll get back to me, but that was not working. So I took to their customer support email, which I found online, and I said, in this email, I've attached a photo of a message that was sent to me via your official Instagram in spring of 2022 about receiving a free pair of Don 4s. I was never given a pair or received a follow-up despite messaging you guys via Instagram and the comments the day that the shoes dropped. I even sent an email like this many months ago, but got no response. It just doesn't seem fair to make a false promise with no follow-up, and Adidas is my favorite brand, so this was very unfortunate. I was hoping the offer was still up for grabs. Thank you. So I actually messaged them via my email earlier. I got nothing. So I went ahead and decided to email them again, and I sent them the screenshots this time of all of the messages that I had sent them on their DMs, and of course the comment that they sent to me. Now I sent this email back in September of 2023, which was already well over a year of our timeline just waiting, and I mean, not much happened in this year. I was just kind of sending them DMs on Instagram, sending them emails, pestering them, probably being really obnoxious, but at the end of the day, they made a promise, so I was gonna pester them until they gave me some sort of response, even if it was like, we're not giving you a pair, leave us alone. At least then I would know. But then, out of nowhere, on November 28th, 2023, Adidas responds to me, and I was shocked about what they said. But before I tell you what they said, this is not an advertisement. I really wish it was. If somebody wants to advertise me, reach out. That'd be awesome. I'm actually just gonna be telling you guys about this basil seed melon flavored drink. I'm implementing something in my videos where during my reviews or videos like this, I'm gonna be trying out a new exotic beverage for every single video, and I'm gonna be giving you a score at the very end of the video. And that way, in all my future videos, there will be a ranking of the exotic drinks that I have tried. Now, unfortunately, I already tried an exotic drink when I filmed this the first time. Like I said, this video was done, and I drank a Jelly Belly chocolate sparkling water, and it was disgusting. I literally spit it out, and it got on my laptop. And fortunately, my laptop is fine. I wish that I had that on video still. Unfortunately, it is now lost to the times. But anyways, we're gonna try this drink here. I'm a little concerned. It has like seeds floating around in it, and it looks kind of nasty. I've been getting all of my drinks from, I'm gonna shut up now and just drink this. So this is actually incredible. It's just like a juice, but it tastes exactly like a honeydew melon, but if you don't like little things in your drinks, you might hate this. I'm gonna reserve my final thoughts for later, and I'm gonna get back to the actual video, but we'll come back to this. So as I was saying, Adidas finally responds to me on November 28th, 2023, and they say, "Hi Hayden, apologies for the late email. What's your size and address? Best Adidas basketball." I was freaking out. I actually remember seeing this email for the first time. I was in class. This was my senior year of college, which is crazy because this whole journey started my sophomore year of college, through my junior year of college, all the way into my senior year of college. Like, this was it spanned across 3 years of my college life, which is insane. And I'm in class and I see this email and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they finally responded to me. Here's the catch. I did not see that email until February 14th of 2023. I waited months for some reason to check and see if they had responded. I think honestly, I'd kind of given up on them responding, so I didn't get back to them for months. And then all of a sudden, of course, here they are and they finally respond to me. It's the one time I don't see. So now, fearing that I'm too late, I quickly email them during class and I say, "I'm so sorry for just responding. I only just now saw this," with 2 exclamation points. "My size is a US men's 10.5 and my address is blank. Thanks for your response, I can't wait." And then just to be petty, because at this point I was freaking out, I'm like, oh my gosh, I might have missed my opportunity. I send them a picture of my Dawn issue collection at the time. It's a lot bigger, and I'm actually doing a collection reveal soon. I've already filmed it. It's just gonna be a nightmare to edit, but it's on the way, so be prepared. And I said, also, here's a photo of my full collection. I've been building it for years, and I believe it is the second largest out there behind a friend I made through Instagram. This is the friend. His Instagram is crazy. He has like 1 million pairs of Dawns. We're both collectors, and it means a lot that you all got back to me. Crazy how sneakers build great connections. Appreciate all of you all over there. Best, Hayden Jones. So clearly I was being a bit of a suck up, but I was just really afraid that I had missed my opportunity. So I was doing everything that I could to make sure that they know that I am a huge Adidas fan. And basically, guess what? I got radio silence again. I waited until March 21st, 2024 to finally say something else, and I said, "Any chance I can get a tracking number when these ship?" And I got no response. Are you shocked? I'm not. I waited until May 11th of 2024, and I said, "Hey there, still looking for a response and really looking forward to hopefully getting a pair of Dawn issues. It doesn't even have to be the 4s. I'm a US men's 10.5. My address is blank. Hope to hear back soon." Because again, it had been so long since this all started that the Dawn issue 4s were like 2 generations old. In fact, we got the Dawn issue 6s by this point. The Dawn issue 6s have now released, and I already had my hands on a pair, maybe not in May. Maybe it was in May. Anyways, I have a full review up on these on my channel, just a self-plug if you want to go and see it. But the Dawn issue 6 is released, and these are probably the best sneakers in his line so far, performance-wise. So that's why I was like, you know, it doesn't even have to be the 4s, like, could be the 6s. I would actually prefer the 6s now because the 4s, I don't even know if they have those in their warehouses anymore. So yeah, I'm like, I'll just take any pair. You guys could actually send me a pair of like $30 forums, and at least I would have something. Like, I just wanted to get something out of this whole ordeal because now it had been 2 years. I mean, it had been well over, well, not well over, but it had been over 2 years since this whole thing started. So I was just like, oh my gosh, just give me something. Anyways, I wait until June 18th of 2024 because guess who still hasn't gotten a response? Me. And I say, could I get any sort of response about the Dawn issues? Still waiting to hear back on the free pair. Thank you. And by this point, I was considering this being like my last email or one of my last emails because it's been 2 years Like, do I really need to keep emailing Adidas? It feels like I was shouting into the void. I was wasting my time, and like, the problem was that every like month or so, I'd be sitting on my couch and I'd just be like, dang, dude, like, where are they? It would just pop into my head. It's like the game. Like, I just lost the game. I haven't lost the game in a long time. It's basically, if you think about the game, you lose the game. You probably already know what it is, but it would just live rent-free in my head. Like, oh, Adidas still never gave me those shoes. And so I didn't want to give up, but at this point I was starting to. It had been 2 years and I hadn't dropped it. But then, out of absolutely nowhere, when I have given up all hope, when I've lost all hope, the unthinkable happens again. I mean, it happened once. They said they were going to ship them once, and then nothing happened. But the unthinkable happened again. And this time I was feeling a little bit more confident. I get an email from Adidas, and they say, "Hi, Hayden. A pair of Dawn 6s are being shipped to you today. Thank you for your patience." I'm freaking out at this point because it's now the middle of July. This was July 9th. It's the beginning of July, and they finally are sending me a pair, or so they say, but I'm, either way, jubilation. They have sent me a pair. It's been so long that I'd given up, and after 2.5 years, at this point it wasn't quite 2.5 years, it's been 2.5 years basically now. After that long, I finally got a pair, and I was like, maybe all of my yapping wasn't for nothing. But here's the problem. I already had the Dawn Issue 6s. I was kind of bummed because they had just released, and this was the only pair that existed so far. It was this pair, it was on their website. They didn't have any other pairs out, so I'm like, great. They're sending me a pair of Dawn Issue 6s. That's awesome. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have 2 pairs of the same colorway. And you know, it's not the end of the world. At least I'm getting something. I was just disappointed the 6s had already dropped and I had already bought my pair, and now I was just gonna get the same pair. But anyways, I know what you guys are here for, and it's to see what they did send me, because believe it or not, it wasn't a pair of the camp colorway, which was the initial drop. They ended up sending me an unreleased, never before seen, well, seen on the internet, but never before seen in person, pair of sneakers, and I was freaking out. And so without further ado, except for one more sip of my melon drink, this is really growing on me too. I mean, this is like really refreshing and delicious. It tastes really like a honeydew melon. Go to World Market and pick it up. Not sponsored, but if Basil Seed melon flavored drink wants to sponsor me, man, I'll rep you for life. I opened the box and I was shocked when I saw these. This, at the time, and I know I said it was still unreleased, but they actually just released officially like 2 days ago, and that's really disappointing to me because this video was supposed to be out before these ever released, and if I didn't delete the copy I spent like 7 hours editing or more, then the video would have been out. Anyways, this is the Dawn Issue 6 Like Water, I believe is what they're called. The Dawn Issue 6 is the Like Water colorway that just dropped, and the only good thing about me waiting is that now I know what they're called. But yeah, I got these in July, and these only just now released to the public. So I've had these for months, so it's still been very cool. I've had an unreleased pair of these for a long time, well before the public got it, and I didn't have to spend any money on them. And to be honest with you, I think I like these even more than the camp colorway. These were just an insane thing to open. When I looked at them, I was like, I cannot believe they sent me these. I was expecting the camps because the only people that had these up until now, because everybody can get their hands on them now, but the only people that had these were like players and stuff like that. And at the time that I received them, at least, I was the only person to have a pair, so get flexed on, everybody. I had these way before you. I'm not gatekeeping. Anyways, I said thank you so much on July 11th, and that was the end of our email chain. I did not want to email Adidas anymore after that. And so the takeaways here, am I mad at Adidas? Am I annoyed with Adidas? Not really. To be honest with you, getting to customer support and like messaging customer support, it's always gonna be a nightmare with most companies. And at the end of the day, it felt too good to be true that they were gonna just like message me, or that I was gonna message them and they were gonna be like, hey, we're shipping them to you today. So I figured it was gonna take a while. However, 2.5 years, that's pretty crazy. And maybe I'm just being entitled. Maybe I should just shut up and be happy that I got the pair of shoes after I complained to them for a long time. But at the end of the day, Am I mad at Adidas? No, I still love Adidas, and I love all the shoes they're putting out. I feel like they're doing way more for the basketball sneaker game than Nike. But anyways, yeah, I think it's definitely important to follow through with things they should have followed through. But I made sure that I was gonna follow through with getting my promise, and I did. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for joining me on this 2.5 year long journey that I condensed down to, like, I don't know, 20 minutes. I definitely probably left out some of the details about it, but I didn't want to be yapping forever. And I also, like I said, I've finished this video once before. And so I'm gonna try not to make it too long because I have to go and edit it all over again. So like I said, if you guys wanna subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I mean, hey, you'd be doing me a big favor because I just worked double the hours on this singular video. And now for my final thoughts on this before I let you go. One last sip. I ended up giving the chocolate Jelly Belly sparkling water that you guys didn't get to see me drink, I ended up giving that a 3 out of 10. And I think I'm gonna have to give the basil seed melon flavored drink a 7 out of 10. I've never had an artificially flavored drink that tastes so accurate. Like, it literally tastes like if you squeezed a honeydew melon out into a bowl and then drank it with probably some added sugar, but it's still really good. And this is a 7 out of 10. So yeah, join me in a couple of weeks for an extra spooky video where I will be drinking this extra spooky soda that's supposed to taste like zombies. And I'm gonna be counting down my top 10 favorite Halloween basketball sneakers for the Halloween season. So yeah, we're gonna be getting extra festive in my next video. Thank you all for watching, sticking around and bearing with me for this story. And if you have any suggestions on other future videos that you wanna see from me, leave them down in the comments because I respond to basically everybody who leaves a comment. So if you want your feedback heard, all you gotta do is let me know. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.